Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's MAGA time again, ladies and gentlemen. Make America Great Again, Part 2. Donald Trump has won. We're going to talk about that tonight on The Report from Tiger Mountain. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I brought out the old Donald Trump hat, the MAGA hat. Now, I am an original Donald Trump fan 8 years ago for Alternative Right, the website founded by Richard Spencer, no less. I predicted in February 2016 that Donald Trump would be the president of the United States. I was over in Bali at the time, and I was reading The Art of the Deal by Donald Trump. I'd done a couple of months' research, and when he said that phrase, he released that phrase, make America Great Again, I just thought, this guy is going to win, because I have studied right-wing politics at university. I have a degree in political philosophy. And I realized when he used that phrase, he was doing something, he was invoking what's called the myth of the palingenetic renewal, which is something in politics, in right-wing politics, which is a kind of a longing for a previous era. And it's something that resonates greatly with people in a nationalist. It's something that nationalists do. It's like one of the major things that all really major nationalists do. And I realized when he used that phrase that this would resonate with the American people and that it would probably win him the election against Hillary Clinton. So that's exactly what happened, obviously, in 2016. And then, obviously, in 2020, we had a lot of mischief. We had the COVID pandemic, and we had all the election rigging that's covered in documentaries like 2000 Mules and all over the place. And he probably won the 2020 election as well, but obviously on the surface or officially he lost it. And so he was 4 years, I guess, in the wilderness, even though he's been a central figure in American political life for the last 4 years. And obviously we've had, over a year of campaigning for this election. And obviously we're all slightly nervous when the big day came around. And we had to watch the swing states, and basically when we saw Pennsylvania called, we knew Trump had it in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. And not only did he have it in the bag, it was a red wave, because we've heard about this red wave, and it hasn't turned up until yet, but it has finally turned up, because it looks like the Republicans control the House, they control the Senate. Not only that, just a little cherry on top, he's won the popular vote, and he's won the presidency. So this is a full mandate for Donald Trump for the next 4 years. And I think it's spectacular what he's done. And, we should realize, too, this is a kind of combination of political ideologies that I think Trump draws upon that is a particularly potent mix. It's a combination of nationalism, which, you can look that up online, or you can buy books on nationalism, which I have many books on nationalism in this house, and right-wing populism, which is kind of more of a contemporary political thing, even though right-wing populism has existed before, but it's something that's come to the fore in the last 25 years. For example, Pauline Hanson was an early right-wing populist. Nigel Farage is a right-wing populist, and also libertarianism. So Donald Trump is a kind of mixture of these three things. Libertarians, obviously someone like Elon Musk is a libertarian, even though he claims to be a Democrat. It's a very interesting mix, and I think this victory is a victory for this new kind of political mix. And, obviously it's a rebuke of woke politics. It's a rebuke of cancel culture. It's a rebuke of, all this nonsense we've had to put up from the new left over the last, what's been a while now, almost 10, 12 years. So, I think it's a huge win. It's obviously anti-globalist. It's against the global elites, the School of Davos, the World Economic Forum, all those globalist bodies that want to, force vaccine people. So I think all that's been set back at least 4 years, probably longer, because I think Trump's legacy will continue on after the next 4 years. That's spectacular. What else we got here? I've made some notes. Obviously, RFK Jr. Is a huge addition to the Trump camp. I think he's someone who can win over some Democrats. His whole MAHA project, which is Make America Healthy Again, is a really spectacular idea. And there's talk that he wants to remove fluoride the fluoride from the water, and obviously, look into vaccine safety. And you've got Steve Bannon, who is the nationalist side of Trump. He was, a firebrand. He only recently got out of jail because obviously the Democrats chucked him in jail again for political reasons. I don't know if he'd done actually something to do with like not turning up in court or something, or disobeying a court order or something. And so he was sent, to jail for 3 months, and he just got out. And he's hopefully he's made something like chief of staff. He's talking about, essentially revenge. I think, he says something about Trump, that Trump has a big heart, which I think he does. Trump is not that vindictive a person. He's not someone who, when he's in power, really goes out after his political enemies, unless they are really, are a major stone in his shoe. But Bannon is talking about, getting revenge on the people who've made life miserable the last 8 years, who've consistently attacked Trump. So, look, it's an extraordinary seismic shift. It's a huge win for everybody in the new right, for everybody in the dissident right, for everybody who's a libertarian, a nationalist, a right-wing populist. It will have huge ramifications, across the globe, for European politics, for British politics, even for Australian politics. If Peter Dutton is smart, he will, go out and meet with Trump if he can, and he will, imitate a little, some of the populist rhetoric. He doesn't have to do it much, to win the election in Australia, I'd say. Albo's a wet duck prime minister, and he can be a one-term prime minister if Peter Dutton plays his cards right. So look, this is a huge win, and I'm rather happy today, ladies and gentlemen. Rather happy. I got my MAGA hat on, and I'm set for the next 4 years, because we are in for a good time, ladies and gentlemen. We're in charge. Our politics is back. I predicted it 8 years ago in February 2016 in Bali. I said Trump's going to be the next big thing, and he was. And then we had a 4-year interruption there, that was, due to the mischief of the cabal. But we're back big time in 2024, and look out for the next 4 years. The report from Tiger Mountain, baby.